Following a July 15th injury to her right groin, Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark underwent further medical evaluations earlier this week. The team can confirm that no additional injuries or damage were discovered through the evaluations. Clark will continue working with the Fever medical team on her recovery and rehabilitation, with the priority on her long-term health and well-being. There is no timetable available for Clark's return, and no additional details will be provided at this time. Any further updates will be shared as they become available. This is an update, a statement directly.
There's no timetable for Caitlin Clark's return after being evaluated this week, which means worst case scenario, the Indiana Fever can be without Caitlin for the rest of the year. But best case scenario, she comes back after missing a few games. But does that mean she'll be healthy? 100% fully healthy at least. Their next 3 games, which are the final games of July, is against the Aces tonight at home, then Chicago Sky on the road, then back at home against the Phoenix Mercury. But here's the schedule for the beginning of August, and again, this Fever team has to prepare to be without Caitlin Clark as she has no timetable for a return.
So lads, not good news right here. Not good news. So whatever the hell they had her doing in Indiana, I mean this when I say this, get as far away from Indiana as possible. Get as far away from that medical team as possible. Because, like, when her body's breaking down with no injury.
Folks, it was only a week ago that Caitlin Clark was listed as questionable for a Wednesday night game against the New York Liberty in New York. About 5 hours prior to game time, it goes from questionable to out. Thursday, heading into the All-Star break, the three-point contest is Friday night. Caitlin Clark releases a statement of her own saying she won't be participating in the three-point contest and won't be participating in the All-Star game. Caitlin Clark's team has made it known we are going to be holding her out until she is fully recovered. We are not going to be rushing her back at.
A lot of people were of the opinion of stay out as long as you have to. Just stay out. I mean, I'm starting to wonder if the season is not a wash at this point anyway. She needs to get well. This is good news, at least. Honestly, as someone who has dealt with this injury during the season, the way she was walking and moving all-Star week gave me hope for her. It wasn't a lot worse and a season-ending thing. They have to be smart, though.
In a somber announcement, the Indiana Fever revealed the latest on Caitlin Clark's health, and the news sent a chill through the basketball world. After a thorough medical evaluation of her injured right groin, the team bluntly stated there is no timetable available for Clark's return. For a player of her caliber, a competitor who has defined herself by her toughness and resilience, the phrase "no timetable" is an unthinkable gut punch. This open-ended absence leaves fans, teammates, and the entire league in a state of anxious and heartbroken uncertainty. How could it be that the phenomenally tough guard who seemed destined—
Now, just like I stated, guys, this should not come as no surprise, bro. I told you. Caitlin Clark was injured with her mobility. When she caught the first groin injury, that's what really kind of did everything in for her, guys. It was just not looking good after that first one. And unfortunately,
Tragically, this uncertainty has been the theme of Clark's entire season. Every time she suits up, it feels like it's only a matter of time before the next setback. This latest groin injury is the third soft tissue issue she has dealt with since the regular season began, and the fourth such ailment in 2025. It's a heartbreaking cycle of brilliance interrupted by breakdowns. The pattern began in late May with a left quadricep strain that sidelined her for 5 games. She returned in mid-June, only to go down again 5 games later with a left groin injury that cost her 4 more games, including the Commissioner's Cup Championship. Now, just as fans rejoiced to see her back, disaster struck again. The cruel irony? Clark had never missed a single game due to injury in her entire college and rookie career.
And yeah, of course, I want to see her play. Of course, I think they need her to win majority of these games. But at the same time, she needs to rest, right? She needs to rest. We done seen her try to come back prematurely. She plays well, and then those next following games, it just looked like she's just not there. She doesn't look the same. Can barely get those shots off. So yeah, I think it's best for everybody for her to rest and just get ready for the end game of this season.
Through it all, she has been a warrior. When Caitlin has managed to take the court this season, it's been clear she's not the fully unleashed player fans remember. How could she be? Game after game, she has visibly fought through the pain. Every jump shot seems a little heavier, every explosive drive a little more labored. Her shocking 2 for 35 shooting slump from long range on the road screams that she isn't herself. It's the portrait of a champion trying to will herself through pain, and it's as inspiring as it is gut-wrenching. The breaking point came in that fateful game against the Sun. After dishing the game-sealing assist, she pulled up lame, clutching her groin in anguish. The image of her slumped on the bench, hiding her tears.
Missed 5 games on 2 separate occasions, first due to a left quad strain and then because of a left groin injury. However, the Fever announced no timetable for her return. She's missed 11 of 24 games this season. Wow. The team's statement said they will prioritize her long-term health. Clark's absence is a blow to the Fever's playoff hopes. At 12-12, Indiana holds a 1-game lead over the 9th seed Golden State Valkyries. However, the Fever are 4-7 without Caitlin Clark in the lineup.
What makes this saga so particularly tragic is the shattering of the Iron Woman myth that surrounded Caitlin Clark for years. This is a player who built her legend not just on skill, but on almost superhuman durability. Through a grueling college career and an intense rookie season, she was always there, always ready, never missing a game. That invincibility was part of her identity. Now, for the first time in her life, her body is betraying her. One can only imagine the psychological toll this takes on an elite athlete whose entire career is built on physical control and reliability. It's a loss of control, a confrontation with a vulnerability she likely never thought she'd have to face this early in her career. The lonely grind of rehabilitation is a mental prison for a competitor who lives for the roar of the crowd and the heat of the game. This isn't just a physical battle. It's a mental war against doubt, frustration.
It is a scary thing when your legs are breaking down and you're not injured, because you have to figure out what the hell that is. It could literally be her running mechanics changed and it put pressure, even slightly, it put more pressure on her upper legs. Like all of those things, which very well could be a reason why she's shooting so badly. Like maybe she did too much work trying to bulk up her upper body and not enough on her legs. Like, I don't know. She should probably go, I mean this when I say this, go to Iowa and do what she did in the offseason beforehand. But now it's going to take, like hire a Tim Grover or something, because she's going to have to rechange how she runs.
But this isn't just a story of bad luck. This is a story of neglect, and we need to talk about the unspoken culprit. The relentless physical punishment she has endured all season, a level of brutality that the league has shamefully allowed to happen. Opposing coaches have openly admitted their game plan is to rough her up. In practice, that means defenders bump, grab, head, hit Clark at every turn. She's been on the receiving end of 6 flagrant fouls this season, more than any other player. ESPN's Rebecca Lobo, watching a recent game, described the abuse in real time. There's a grab, there's a hold, there's another grab. All of those are fouls. Coach Stephanie White believes this constant pounding is the direct cause of the injury.
Her making some statements about how her body feels this season under the circumstances of, well, getting the crap kicked out of her on the court and just dealing with injuries, right? I mean, people forget when she's injured, she can't train. You know, every time she gets injured and has to sit out, she has to come back and she has to try to recapture basketball shape, right? The ability to run up and down the court and maintain that cardio.
While opponents have been the ones delivering the blows, one has to question the stewardship of the Indiana Fever's coaching staff. A coach's number one job beyond strategy is to protect their franchise player. It is a fundamental failure to allow your most valuable asset to be consistently run into the ground. Are they managing her minutes correctly when she returns? Is the offensive system, which often requires her to fight through a forest of illegal screens and off-ball contact, putting her in unnecessarily vulnerable positions? Coach White has been vocal about the poor officiating, but vocal complaints mean little without proactive adjustments to protect her star. There's a growing sense among fans and analysts that the coaching staff has been so focused on proving their system works that they've failed in their primary duty.
I mean, yes, you can argue that they play better without Caitlin, but no, in the postseason, you need your stars. They're going to need Caitlin. The fact that she's injured sucks, that's one thing. But the fact that we have no idea when she's coming back is another thing. Because the WNBA, Indiana, it's all taking a hit. I mean, it's kind of recovering at first when she was missing a lot of games, viewership, whatever you would like to talk about. Dropped, really did. But it's starting to rise. Even the All-Star game was a success.
The domino effect of her absence is a crisis for the entire league. For the Fever, the impact is obvious. They are a respectable 8-5 when she plays and a dismal 4-7 without her. Her absence dims, if not extinguishes, their playoff hopes. But this is bigger than Indiana. This was supposed to be the season Clark took the league by storm, headlining All-Star Weekend and delivering jaw-dropping highlights on a nightly basis. Instead, it's been a season of what-ifs. With Clark stuck in an endless injury loop, the league's momentum has stalled. Viewership drops significantly when she's not on the court. The buzz fades. The All-Star festivities in her own home city went on without their main attraction. Her absence isn't just a loss for her team, it's a loss.
Well, I hate to break the news to y'all. My precious CC will be out indefinitely. That means we won't see her till next year because the whole Indiana Fever organization has failed her. You hear me? And the whole WNBA, from the commissioner to the corrupted referees and also the players that was on payroll. You hear me? That was sent to take her out the game. You hear me? Because they threatened by her aura and her greatness and her skill set. Because clearly...
Amid the heartbreak, the fans have sent a clear and unified message. Let her heal. The outpouring of support has been immense, with a consistent plea for patience over performance. CC can take all the time she needs, one fan wrote. We want her back 100% healthy. This is how much she means to people. Her supporters would rather wait longer and miss her for the rest of the season than see her come back too soon and risk another devastating setback. There are even whispers that Clark potentially losing trust in the team's medical staff after this string of recurring issues.
Good morning, good morning. Did you know that Caitlin Clark is getting doctor treatments on her own? I heard that she's doing dry needling and different type of methods so she can come back. Like, this means that she doesn't really trust the Indiana Fever medical staff, which is not a good sign. Also, heard that she might be doing stem cell treatment, but she's doing all this on her own. She is trying her darndest to get back on the court. To me, that's a dedicated athlete, man.
Leg injuries in 2.5 months? After playing 181 straight games with no injuries, you've had 4 leg injuries, soft tissue injuries in 2.5 months. Now, I'm not talking about a knee injury, not talking about a shoulder. Thank God we're not talking about the dreaded Achilles issue. But still, I can't help but wonder what is going on here with...
As of now, everyone is left in an agonizing limbo, asking hard questions with no clear answers. Will we ever see the real, fearless, electrifying Caitlin Clark again this season? Or has this year of injuries and abuse changed her for good? The league is losing a bit of its soul every day she is gone. All we can do now is what Caitlin herself must do: wait and hope. Hope that this cycle of injuries finally ends, and that when she does return, the pain is gone for good. And when that day comes, it will be a glorious, long-awaited sight. Caitlin Clark, healthy and whole again, ready to light up the basketball world like the superstar she truly is.